That Spiegel they had at the main campus sure was something. It'd be nice if we could get our hands on one of those. Or the high-speed one Scarlet used. Looks like everyone is getting the hang of things. I was worried about Kurt, but he seems to have picked it up quickly. The problem is... I guess I'll just have to watch from afar.
The land you'll be journeying to is a land of strife, a place over which we've battled with Calvert for centuries. A number of VIPs will be there as well, so the Imperial Army and the RMP will both be keeping a close eye on the country. But its bid for independence was only 2 years ago, so who knows what might happen on this trip.
That's not funny.
However, an unexpected crisis brings with it an opportunity for growth. Carry out your duties as though they were the will of Adios. And should the unexpected happen, fight with all your strength. I eagerly await seeing how this experience will shape each of you. So go, and return triumphant.
Yes, ma'am!
Good luck, everyone!
Do come back safely.
Be sure to bring back thorough reports.
Of course. Our arrival at Crossbell Station is planned for 5 AM tomorrow morning. Once we've loaded on our supplies, we will proceed to the field exercise grounds and begin our 3 days of exercise. By the way, Instructor Orlando, I'm sure you understand, but... Yeah, I know. What's going on? I might as well inform you now. Instructor Randolph Orlando has been dispatched to the branch campus from the Crossbell Military Police Division of the Imperial Army. He will, of course, know many people in Crossbell, but if he becomes distracted by that, it may negatively impact our field exercises. Because of that, we will have him remain at camp and refrain from entering the city. This may be an informal order, but it still comes from the government. That's ridiculous! That's just unfair. Now, calm down, guys. To be honest, I came to the branch campus because a certain someone asked me to. I wasn't planning on going back to Crossbell until things had cooled down. But it's only natural they'd keep me where they can see me, given the current situation. Come on now, don't give me those faces. It's only been 3 months since I've been away. It's way too soon to have a tearful reunion with my pals, you know. Unlike a certain someone I could name... I plan to request leave for you to go into the city on the final day at least. Of course, if you have a task then that will take precedence. I'm sorry, but I'd appreciate your understanding this time. Got it. Thanks for thinking of me, though. Green Toa, don't worry about your petty little heads about me. Also, don't let any of the students know, especially Junie. Understood. Please let me know if you'd like to use the communication network. Surely that will be allowed, right, Major? Yes, that should be fine. Let's get ourselves back on topic though. Reason we're having this bout of field exercises is so we can play backup for the inspection team, yeah? Yes, we will have both combat tactics and military finance to perform their exercises while being prepared to respond in case of emergency. Special operations will perform the same tasks as before, scout the area and fulfill local requests. Understood. Will there be any early morning briefing this time too? Correct. Once we've set up camp, gather your students. If there are no further questions, we will end today's briefing. Each of you rest well tonight. Dismissed. We all knew things would be different after the annexation, but it seems like there really is a lot going on. Yeah, I need to prepare myself mentally. This will be my first time back in Crossbell in a year. I wonder how much it's changed since it was first occupied. As someone involved with it, I need to be sure I don't look away. I see. I visited a few times over the past year for my NGO work, and I feel like it's recovered a lot, economically speaking. But I think it's important you see for yourself what things are like, along with Kurt, Altina, and Yuna. Of course. We'll arrive early tomorrow morning. Lights out is in a couple hours. Maybe I'll check in on the students before I rest. Also, I think I want to talk to Randy a bit too. Want to grab some coffee? Honestly, I'd prefer a nightcap, but can't exactly be breaking out the booze with all the students around. Thanks for the offer, but late night coffee and an early morning is probably a bad combo. Maybe we can go get another drink sometime though. Good point about the coffee. I'd love to go drinking again though. Man, there are a ton of places here I want to take you to. There's this one casino bar I've been to before there, and there are a bunch with real classy ladies. Sounds good to me. Maybe we'll have some time on the last day we're here. I don't know about those classy lady-filled bars though. Come on, you're not a man till you've had a good time at a place like that. Well, I guess my partner was still a kid in the same sense though. He did seem like the serious type. I'm guessing with a baby face like his, the women would be all over him. You're exactly right. Thing is, he doesn't even make use of those looks of his. It's such a waste. Hold up, women all over him? You're one to talk. With a face like yours and that sharp black hair, you're playing on easy mode. And on top of that, all of that, your celeb status. I bet gals are falling for you left and right. Well, not really. People don't notice me much when I'm wearing glasses. I'll have to take even more care not to stand out while we're in Crossbell. I'm sure the people here don't exactly have the best opinion of me. Why not? As far as I know, most people here don't really have any hard feelings for the Ashen Chevalier. Really? Yeah, you were a student and you showed up after the annexation, right? Pretty much the only thing you did here was put a stop to Calvard's invasions. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure not everyone's gonna roll out the red carpet for you, but I'd say maybe every 6 out of 10 people here like you. I'm not just saying this to make you feel better, you know. It's already been over a year since all that. I'm sure things have calmed down by now. I'm sure they won't start chucking rocks at you in the streets or anything, so don't worry about that. Well, I wasn't expecting them to do that exactly. But seeing how Yuna's been towards me, I was prepared for an pretty icy reception. Oh, Uni. Well, their situation's a little different from that. Average Crossbellian. I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye on her during your field exercises. I'm sure she's got a lot on her mind. Of course. I actually feel a little encouraged now. It might not seem like it sometimes, but I've got 3 or 4 years worth of wisdom on you. So what do you say? Let's get through this and look forward to having some drinks on the last day. You got it. Is something bothering you, Kurt? Instructor, to be honest, everything about this trip is bothering me. We've been fighting with Calvard for hundreds of years over ownership of Crossbell. It's finally a part of the Empire now, but tensions are still high there, right? Yeah, that's correct. But it might be more accurate to say that tensions are high there because it's part of the Empire now. I see. I suppose that makes sense. I'm also concerned about why exactly His Highness came to tell us about the field exercises in the first place. You've known him for a while, haven't you, Kurt? Yes, as I'm sure you know, we Vanders were stationed as the guardians of the Imperial family. I've talked with him many times since we were children. I was certain that one day I'd have the honor of being appointed as his guardian. Your older brother, Mueller Vander, looked after the Prince Oliver, right? Yeah, right. Even as a child, I envied their relationship. Unfortunately, I wasn't blessed with my brother's physique, so I think there's a good chance His Highness could end up growing even bigger than me. I wouldn't be worried if I were you. You're just fine, considering you're still growing. I only know a little bit about the Vander style, but it's clear to me you've got the perfect frame for dual swords. You understand that, right? Yes, I'm sorry. I shouldn't complain about something that can't be changed. It's just that I can't believe how much His Highness has grown. No, I just need to train more. Don't worry. I'll be focused on our exercises tomorrow. Now that I think of it, this must be much more pressure for Yuna than it is for me, given that this is her home. You're right. Good. He realized on his own. Well then, I'll be relying on you tomorrow, Kurt. Understood. It's been 1 year and 2 months since the two of us were last at Crossbell. It was during the mission that took us to the underground sector. Right. As far as I could tell from reading the Imperial Chronicle, there weren't any problems as a result of that. The Intelligence Division considers the region to be especially stable for an annexed territory. Apparently, the Governor General's leadership is highly regarded there. Rufus Albrea. Eldest son of the Albrea family, overseers of the Croatian province and one of the 4 great houses. Before I joined the Intelligence Division, he was the one who issued more orders. I remember, yeah. And as the leader of the Ironbloods, he took down the Noble Alliance from within. I wonder what Eustace thinks of his brother, knowing what we do now. Oh, Altina, is something wrong? I've been wondering. Is something wrong with Yuna? I'm not sure how to explain it exactly, but something about her has seemed off ever since our field study location was announced. Actually, never mind. You don't need to worry about that right now, but if you go and talk to her, I'm sure it would help. In situations like this, support from friends can make a world of difference. I'm not sure I completely understand, but I'll keep that in mind. Alright, ready to go. You know you're here. You seem to be in high spirits. Of course I am. I never thought I'd be coming back home so soon. Oh, and we can go around the city this time too, right? Yes, just like last time, we'll have special operations and missions. I'll give you the details at the briefing tomorrow morning. Understood. I'm so excited. I hope the kids are doing well. Kids? Alright. You have younger siblings. Where does your family live? You want to come to my house? Well, as your instructor, I figured I should meet your family, but more importantly, I thought you'd like to see them. You can go off on your own for a little while, so just let me know and I'll accommodate you. Anyway, let's talk about this after we know what we're doing for our special operations missions, and allow me to be the guide for our activities. Of course, thanks, Yuna.
This is a message from Dareflinger Car 1 for all branch campus students. We will arrive at the destination for our field exercises at 5:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. Please don't stay up too late. Make sure you get plenty of rest.
Toa's announcements are always so sweet like that. I suppose I head back to my room before it gets too late. Rise and shine.
strange. I kinda drifted into Crossbell 3 years ago. Raised as a Jaeger, I was always going from place to place. Never thought I'd get all that attached to anywhere in particular, but...
It's been over a year for me. I need to prepare myself to come face to face with Crossbell. Oh, go look at that. It sure is a big city. You could fit all of Jura inside Crossbell City 2 times over. Why are y'all so loud? Just let me sleep a little while longer. Wow, what's that super tall building? I think it's called Orcus Tower, right, Yuna? Yep, it's 250 arch tall, the tallest tower in the world.
I'll be okay. I just need to get my head on straight.
Hey, what's up, Divination? 5:15 a.m. God, it's so early, man.
Jeez, took them long enough. I can only wonder how things will play out now that they're here. Maybe I'll go pay them a visit without telling Emma. Because we absolutely need to find that woman. Even if it means splitting up. Yes.
That's strange. I thought I saw something over there.
Just kidding.
Looks like all the actors are arriving at their marks.
Uh-oh.
But it's still not enough.
The
I
clown.
need to make my grand declaration only once everyone has gathered.
After that, the Derflinger stopped at Crossbell Station for about 10 minutes. Once the stations were loaded, it departed along the southern line. Yeah, all the English voice actors so far have been doing a fantastic job. Thumbs up to them. One second. I'm surprised we were able to set up camp in a spot like this. This line connects the medical university to a resort area in the south, right? correct. The Ursula branch line. Constructed a year ago, it's already seeing use. This is a reserve line managed by the RMP. A medical university? I wasn't aware there was such a thing here. I've never been to a resort area either. Well, they're both pretty Crossbell specific places. I guess both places got way more popular after the railway was put in. It's definitely gotten a lot more convenient, though even before there were always orbital buses and the boats zipping around. By the way, about Class 7 Special Ops missions this time around, they'll be the same procedure as in Sutherland, right? That is correct. You will be scouting the area and performing requests on behalf of the locals. As before, you will also report to the leader of the local area regarding the start of our field exercises. Right, forgot about that. The leader of the local area? If you reported to Lord High Arms when you were in Sutherland, that means... Yes, the Governor General who oversees the province of Crossbell, Lord Rufus Albrea, awaits you in his office in Orcus Tower. Ooh. So we're going to meet with Governor General Rufus. I've never met him before, but the thought makes me nervous. I can understand that. But we're already acquainted, so talking with him shouldn't be too difficult. For real? He's supposed to be really handsome and smart. Sure isn't my type though. My impression of him is that he is extremely intelligent. Anyway, however, I was only used for a short period of time, so I don't know his personality in detail. You were used? Was this outside of your duties at the Intelligence Division? Allie, are you really okay? Of course, why do you ask? I was only ordered to perform various undercover assignments and arrest Duke Cayenne. Should you really be talking about that? Well, it was back during the Civil War. Let's just put that aside for now. Oh, you're done getting ready? We'll head out. We're supposed to go down Ursula Road, right? It's a highway that runs along the lake. Judging from the map, it's not too far from the city. Alright, guys, let's get going. Okay, lead the way. Is she... Oh yeah, I forgot I got like these photos here. Okay. Everyone's efficiency has improved in comparison to the first set of field exercises. It's still nothing compared to the Imperial Army, but I expect good results from everyone here nonetheless. I'm sure everyone will move at the pace that suits them. Our class can't be lagging behind. Yes, at the very least, we need to learn from our previous mistakes. By the way, Instructor Michael, is Instructor Claire coming to Crossbell this time around? Major Revelt? Let's see. She will be here, but for business, so she won't have free time. You'll have to give up on seeing her this time. I see.
Just tell me what you need. Take care. Gotta restock? Come again.
Have a look-see. See ya. Thanks.
Thanks.
See ya. Be well. Be well. Thanks. Be well.
What should I enhance? Be careful!
Yes! Thanks. I'll help.
Oh, I should have bought okay.
Thanks.
Let's see. I gotta start leveling that Oberon. So let me give that to Altina. And then I got Gloom. Stat down. Tax crafts. I guess his effort is spent right now. Alright, let's get going. Oh wait. There's a quest in here. Wow, Crossbell, it's been a while. It's been a while. I thought you were from Remiferia. Did you come here on a trip before? Louisa was living in Crossbell at one point. Yes, because of my father's work, we stayed for 2 years. I left around 3 years ago when I was about 13 or 14. I see. Before I entered the police academy. It would have been cool if I'd met you back then. So true. If you were there for 2 years, couldn't your past have been crossed at one point? True. This really takes me back. The year I moved here was when Michelin Wonderland finished construction. I came here with my parents soon after. Regarding Mishi, the mascot, did you know his design was a little different from the beginning? I didn't know that. The eyebrows were a little different, right? They call that one Retro Mishi now. That reminds me, my dad bought me a Mishi strap out at the time. I took good care of it, but the Mishi part fell off. Sadly, they don't sell the Retro Mishi straps anymore. Please don't worry about it. So that Retro Mishi strap was important to Louise. Maybe I'll go look for another when I have some time. Oh wait. Gotta show them all their stuff.
I'll take a look then. This is wonderful.
Thanks.
Let's check. Wow, you got so many.
Wait a second. I only have 30 character notes. Oh.
I'll take a look. So many. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Now we can go.
All right.
Wow. What a scenic place. I had heard Crossbell was just one big metropolis.
Well, once you leave the city, you get this. Just right ahead of us is Lake Elm. They've got pleasure boats set up to go around it. Way down there on the right, you can just make out Michelin. It's a famous resort area. Finally, on the left over there is the international trade city itself, Crossbell City.
It certainly is beautiful here. I never came to the outskirts when I was here on my missions.
Well, since we're here now, might as well enjoy it. Shall we head off to the city now, Instructor Reen?
Yeah, let's get going. Does it seem as though she's acting a bit strange?
Yeah, but let's leave her be for the moment.
Just a little bit.
Enemy found. Begin suppression.
Our chance!
It's mine! My turn! Strike! It's my turn!
My turn. Search mode activate. Scan complete.
Very well. Yeah!
All right!
Let's go! Whew. Everyone okay?
I can't go too far here, right? The least I can do is look around within this area.
How's an opening? Breakthrough! Sledgehammer!
Strike!
Here I go! You can't escape! Fire! Our chance!
It's mine! It's my turn! Second form, Gale!
Now. There. Now.
An opening! Very well. Huh. Is that all?
I'm pretty sure I can't go beyond this, so let's go back now.
We have the advantage.
Breakthrough! Sledgehammer!
Get back! My turn. Strike! There!
It's mine!
I shall go. Sir.
It's my turn!
Let's go! Raging fire formation!
Here I go! You can't escape! Fire! Wide open!
It's mine!
I shall go. Rionac, activate. Fire. There.
An opening!
Very well. It's down!
It's mine! They keep coming!
Not today! My turn!
Break through! Sledgehammer!
My turn! Strike! It's down!
It's mine!
It's my turn!
Second form, Gale!
All right! You can't escape! Fire! Our chance! Everyone ready?
I got it!
Yes. There. Now. Yeah. Battle complete. Let's continue.
All right! Got it!
Yeah, I did it!
I must train even more.
Ah! I found some treasure!
Oh, Black Records.
Hello there, Reen. You found some... Very well.
Yeah! Ah! Ah! Yeah!
Begin combat.
Can I not? There you go.
Get back!
Here I go! You can't escape! Fire! Wide open!
It's mine! My turn!
There!
There!
It's mine!
Take this! Now!
I'll assist.
This is the end! Take this! Now!
I'll assist.
This is the end!
I shall go. Rionac, activate. Fire.
It's my turn!
Sit!
All right! Yeah! Ah! Nice! We did it!
Do you know something about those ruins in the water?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah!
The locals call.
Our chance to attack.
Breakthrough! Sledgehammer!
Get back!
It's my turn! You can't escape! Fire! Wide open!
It's mine! Very well. Ha!
Now.
Let's go! Ha! More enemies. Very well.
It's my turn!
Oh yeah, I forget I can do that, huh? Shit.
Breakthrough! Sledgehammer! Here I go! You can't escape! Fire! Don't give up!
Thank you.
Now. Rionac, activate. Fire. Targets eliminated. Move out.
Wait a second. How do I do that again? I don't remember. Oh, I see.
Do you know something about those ruins in the water?
Oh, yeah. The locals call it the Happily Ever After Shrine. They say that couples who say their vows here will be together forever.
Yes, very romantic.
You don't actually understand, do you?
Yeah! I found some treasure!
Oh!
Wow, you can see pretty far from here. A matchmaking shrine, huh? I'd like to know more about its origins. Instructor Reen, by any chance are you thinking about someone right now? Not at all. Submerged ruins in Lake Elm. Maybe I'll take a landscape photo for Vivi. Alright, looks good. I'll send it to her later.
There! I got one? Nice! I did it!
Sugoi desu.
We have the advantage.
Break through! Sledgehammer!
Get back!
My turn!
Strike!
My turn. Rionac, activate. Fire. Battle complete. Let's continue.
It finally feels like I'm home.
Now entering Crossbell City.
Oh shoot, I forgot to turn in the photo. I don't want to forget to do that. Crossbell Central Square. 3D Crossbell.
My, there are a lot of new buildings here. It's quite different from Heimdall.
Orcus Tower is particularly impressive.
There may be plenty of new buildings, but we've got a lot of historic ones too. Since Erebonia and Calvard used to govern this place together, it's got influences from both countries.
I imagine so. That large bell there is rather impressive too. And there are quite a few orbital cars on the road.
Right. I don't think anywhere in Erebonia is a match for the city when it comes to modern technology and orbital cars. You're right. You may be right, but the capital also has plenty of orbital cars. The main streets are always so congested, the only way to get anywhere is to take the trams. Population-wise, the capital is 880,000 and Crossbell is 530,000. In terms of modernization, Roar is a very technologically advanced city as well. But we're not trying to say Crossbell isn't great or anything. I'm simply saying if you compare the cities by one aspect at a time. Why can't you just be impressed? This is the center of economics, international trade, and culture for the whole western half of Zemuria. We've got the best technology in the world here, including the OrbitalNet. Heck, we even got orbital air conditioning all over the place. That certainly is impressive. It's true that not many places have implemented the orbital network. What, do you think I'm being childish? No, I think it's great. You're right, this place is special in terms of technology, economics, and history. Once we start going around, they'll understand soon enough. Good point. I am looking forward to it. Anyway, don't we need to see the Governor General? We need to go to Orcus Tower. Alright, let's head north to the administrative district. $250 arch tall. It's taller than I expected. Volume-wise, Valflame Palace is bigger, but in terms of height, this building is the tallest in the world. Yeah, but I hear that there's a ton of empty, unused floors in it. I wonder why there's so many people running around here first thing in the morning, though. It's probably because of the inspection team. Oh yeah, most likely. They're to arrive just past noon, right? Yeah, we'll need to find out how this affects our special operations missions. Let's go talk with the general right away.
Supreme. Now, let's see. Oh, wow. I'll send you your reward.
Oh, wow. This place is amazing, in terms of both technology and expense. Well, it was built by the richest person in the world, the former president of Crossbell as well as the CEO of the International Bank. You are from the Thor's Military Academy branch campus, correct? Yes, we are Class 7 Special Operations. I was told you'd be visiting. Please accompany me to the elevator over there. The Governor General is waiting in his office on the 20th floor. It's not my first time seeing it, but it's still breathtaking. I'm sure the view from the top is even more impressive. It certainly is something. There's no view quite like this in the Empire. Is that so? Crossbell changed so much since the tower was built. Oh? Really? A mayor popular with the people declared our independence at an international conference. Then he went to war with both the Empire and the Republic. If he hadn't done all that, we'd still be... I see. My apologies, I neglected to do my research. Well, it's all in the past now. Let's hurry and go meet the Governor General. Yeah, let's go. The Governor General's room is through the second set of doors. Please proceed down the hall. Understood.
You can see everything from here.
I know, right? It's a nice way to see the whole city.
Ah, yes. What a nice view indeed. Let's see. The very boxy city. Rita and the others were checked for security reasons. Afterwards, they were finally led to the Governor General's office.
Pardon us, Governor General.
Ah, yes. Do come in.
It's good to see you again.
Excuse us.
Yes, it's nice to see you both again, too. Though I think it's my first time meeting the other two. I am the Governor General of the province of Crossbell, Rufus Alberea. It's a pleasure to meet the new Class 7 of Thor's branch campus. It's been some time since I last saw you, but I can tell at a glance how different you look. You've definitely gotten taller, but more importantly, you've really matured.
Thank you. Though I'd have to say Eustace has changed even more than me.
Yes, so I hear. Speaking of, you seem to have changed as well.
And you haven't changed at all, Governor General. My height is approximately the same as it's always been.
Allie.
So tactless.
Granted, your blunt manner of speaking hasn't changed. It seems you have some good friends now, though.
It's an honor to meet you, Your Excellency. I am Kurt Vander, the second child of the Vander house.
Ah, yes. Your father has helped me out a number of times in the past. It's unfortunate you didn't join the main campus, but I'm sure there are valuable opportunities to be had at the branch campus as well.
Thank you.
And you are...
Una Crawford, originally from the Crossbell Military Police Academy. I transferred to Thor's branch campus.
Oh, I've heard about you. You're acquainted with First Lieutenant Orlando and Second Lieutenant Seeker, correct? Further, Major Revelt was the one who recommended you to the Academy. I'm sure you've gone through much lately, but I think you'll find your new school to be a good match for you. I believe it is a good blend of the perspectives of both Erebonia and Crossbell.
Yes, I'll do my best.
Alright then, I'll make my report now. Green reported to Governor General Rufus that the branch campus had begun its field exercises. Very well, I pray to Eidos you find success. I'm sure you're already aware, but an inspection team will be visiting from the Imperial mainland. Despite the fact that we've raised our security level to maximum, I have yet to have my concerns. The society has been active and a cryptid has suddenly appeared. Cryptid? I feel like I've heard that the term before. Cryptids are extremely powerful monsters with mysterious powers. During the Civil War, a number of them appeared around the Empire. But they're showing up in Crossbell now? Indeed, it seems one was spotted just the other day on the mountain path to the north. But I'm told this isn't the first time they've appeared in Crossbell. Have you perchance heard about them before, Yuna? Yes, I didn't know they showed up in the Empire too, but I heard a few of them appeared after the Declaration of Independence a year and a half ago. I see. But why would they reappear now? Could have something to do with the society? Given their actions in Sutherland, they should most definitely be our top suspects. I hope I can ask the branch campus to be on the lookout. Understood. I'll relay your message to the others. Do we need to investigate the cryptid on the mountain path as well? No, that one has already been defeated. I'd like for you to investigate other areas in which they were seen. Already defeated? Was it the Imperial Army's doing? No. A certain wanted fugitive took care of it. A wanted fugitive? However, it wouldn't do to keep on relying on a wanted man to clean things up for us. Therefore, I expect good news from all of you too, in regard to this task. And with that, I bid you all good luck. Ashen Chevalier and members of the new Class 7. Oh, before you go, a small bit of news from Lecter. It seems there's a possibility the Society Witch is here in Crossbell. Really? They've traced the radio recordings back to somewhere in Crossbell. It could be a false lead, but the intelligence division is looking into it. Understood. I'll be on the lookout myself. She's a difficult woman to deal with, so do be careful. Also, it seems like you've been in contact with Eustace recently. Yeah, mostly through letters and oral messages. We haven't seen each other in a while since we've been so busy. See. Have you not talked with him since? I haven't. We can speak about my younger brother when the opportunity presents itself, though I'm sure we'll have much more to discuss besides just him. Understood. When the opportunity presents itself? Understood when the opportunity presents itself. What were you talking with General Grievous about? Was it about Eustace Alberea? More or less. Eustace, he's Governor General Eustace's younger brother, correct? He's the acting head of the Alberea Dukedom, which oversees the Croatian province. He's also a member of the Old Class 7. I see. Is everyone from the Old Class 7 some mega hotshot? Even that Elliot guy is the son of some bigwig in the Imperial Army, right? I guess so. Though we may not measure up to the allies that Fugitive is helping him. I've been wondering. You seem to have an idea who this Fugitive could be.
But of course, he's the true hero of Crossbell. He beat down an evil cult and arrested the dictator mayor.
Excuse me? Before the annexation, the Crossbell Police Department had a division called the Special Support Section. The man we're talking about was its leader. He and the other members overcame so much together. And now, he's a fugitive in his own home. Lloyd Banning's. Instructor Randy was a member of the SSS too, actually.
Instructor Randolph worked alongside someone like that? So, if this man is a fugitive, what has he done? Did he resort to terrorism in an attempt to free Crossbell?
Don't even joke about that! I mean, sure, he's in hiding now, but he's just trying to help Crossbell get its freedom back. Not to mention, he's helping people in trouble and hunting down cryptids. There's absolutely no way someone like him is a criminal. He and his friends are the ones in the right.
He certainly seemed like a just person. He couldn't be farther from being the dangerous fugitive they've painted him as. Wait, you both know him? Yeah, we fought him back before he was branded a fugitive. Each of us refused to back down, but in the end he came out on top. The weight of what he was shouldering, his flawless teamwork, I told him it was a tie at the time, but looking back there's no question I lost. Well, I beg to differ. You get an instructor. There's no doubt he and the rest of the SSS are Crossbell's true heroes. Way more than a certain Chevalier I could name. But that doesn't change the fact he's a criminal. Like I said, I don't see him as a criminal, though the Governor General certainly seems to. I know you don't want to hear this, but don't even think about going to help him out, okay? I know that, even Randy's holding himself back. But, so I'll give these special operations missions my all. Since Randy isn't allowed to go anywhere, I'll help lessen Lloyd's burden for him. Yuna, you're certainly energetic all of a sudden. I'm glad to see you finally returned to your usual self. I agree. But that's strange. Lloyd Bannings. I heard he's on the run with that girl, even if he gets help from the Divine Blade of Wind or Yin. How long can he keep running like this?
Well, fancy meeting you here, Reen.
Huh?
Oh.
Machias! It's good to see you. Did you just get here?
Oh, no. I arrived yesterday and came here first thing this morning. My inspection work starts today, and just like your field exercises. My fellow inspectors and I need to go greet the Governor General.
Ah, I see. We just got back from meeting with him, actually. Good luck.
Don't worry. I'm ready for him.
Is he? Yes, he's also a member of the Old Class 7, as well as the son of the Imperial Governor. Governor Regnis's son? I don't know who that is, but he sure sounds like a big deal. Oh, you're that Black Rabbit girl. I've heard you enrolled at the branch campus, but you've sure changed. Nice to meet you too as well. I'm Machias Regnitz. I'm here in Crossbell on business for the Government Accountability Inspectorate. That's quite a mouthful. It's an organization that keeps check on the various governmental agencies from a judicial standpoint. Is that so? It sounds like you chose the hard road at the worst time. Ellie, come on. Rude as usual. No, she's absolutely right. We're in charge of making sure there's no wrongdoing against all the government agencies, including the Imperial Government and the Governor General. It seems hard road was an understatement. Yes, it's the one he chose all the same. Seems like you're doing well, all things considered. Yeah, at times it feels like a bit like the walls are closing in, but it's the same for everyone these days, right? Pretty much.
Machias! We're clear to visit now!
Oh, Reiner. Let me introduce you. This is my classmate Reen, and these are her students. Oh man, for real? I've heard so much about you from Machias. I'm flattered. We shouldn't keep the Governor General waiting. These guys are busy too, so let's talk some other time. Yeah, you're right. We had better get ready. You're here for field exercises? I'm sure it'll be tough, but give it everything you've got. I'll give you a call tonight, Reen. Good luck to you all. Yeah. See you later, Machias. You too, Reiner. He's young, but he seems quite capable. I mean, he seems much more grounded than his superior. However, the Inspectorate is full of talented people, so I'm sure that his superior is good too. Though he seems a little inexperienced to be taking on the Imperial Government or the Governor General. Yeah, but that would be hard for anyone. Our Class 7 predecessors all seem to be really challenging themselves, huh? I don't know how to say this, but I'm starting to feel really motivated. I couldn't sound as enthusiastic as you if I wanted to, but I agree. So, should we get started on our special operations missions? Right. Let's check the request document one more time. West Street? What's wrong, Yuna? It's nothing. Could it be? How about we start at the harbor first? Then we can take East Street, go through the Central Square, and finish up on West Street. That's what I recommend. Judging from the map, that seems to be the most efficient course. I feel like she's hiding something. Just let her be. We have a required quest in the harbor, so let's check it out. You know you're in charge of leading the way. Understood. Let's go. This is the Northeast Harbor area. That lake you see over there is Lake Elm. The view from the park is breathtaking. This area has many modern buildings. Yeah, this area also serves as a business district. Many companies have offices here, and a lot of Imperial companies have been moving in recently too. One of the biggest buildings belongs to the RF Group. The RF Group, the largest manufacturer in the Empire. Didn't we receive a mandatory request from them? We should head there before we go to the other districts. That's the Michelin cruise ship. I think it's preparing for the first trip of the day. If it's intriguing to you, we should go check it out. Then let us begin our patrol. This building looks like an old office building. It appears to be locked. It seems like someone's inside. This building, could it be? It's quite bustling considering how early it is in the morning. This is the entrance to Michelin. It is a rather famous theme park viewable from the field exercise camp. I believe its full name is Michelin Wonderland. Its mascot Mishi is super popular, with kids and adults alike. Tourism has been on the decline lately, but thanks to Erebonia, there's been a huge influx of new customers. I see. I've never visited a theme park before. And they were closed last year, so I don't have any first-hand experience. Same here. Since we're already here, it'd be a shame not to check it out at least once. Huh? Is that a soldier? It seems they are checking people as they disembark. That's the Crossbell military police, right? Yeah, but what are they looking for? Looks like there are also members of the railway military police. You're right, but still, why? I think the people are being searched are the ones who stayed at the resort hotel. In which case, they are probably increasing the security because the inspection team is coming. That makes sense. If I remember correctly, there's a railway that goes directly to Michelin through the medical college. In which case, it is not unusual for the RMP to be involved. True. But it's strange that they're only checking the guests who are leaving. Either way, I guess we won't have the luxury to go on Michelin during our special operations and missions. Let's finish up and move on. Yeah, we know. Yeah, that would have been nice. Okay, let's see. RF building. The International Bank of Crossbell, the largest bank on the continent once run by former President Croix. Yes, right before the Declaration of Independence, there was a bombing here. Instead, the building was vacated. On a side note, the repairs to the building were finished last fall. The IBC has downsized, but there should still be tenants in the building, as well as the Epstein Foundation who made the request. Alright, let's head inside. Let's ask the receptionist to introduce us to the new chief. Confidential. Hey, it's the Courageous. Is there like a plaque or anything on it? Can I read that? I can't even special. Hang on. What does that say? Special price. I can't read that. Welcome to the RF building. What can I help with you today? Well, actually, Ian explained they were here to handle a request from the Epstein Foundation. Then you must be... Oh, I was told you was coming. Unfortunately, the Epstein Foundation branch isn't open quite this early. It seems we're a bit early. What shall we do? It'd be a waste of time to simply wait here. If it's alright, I could contact you. When the person in charge gets here, I'll let you know. Are you sure? That'd be a big help, thanks. Here, I'll write down my number for you. Last Seven's contact information is provided to the receptionist. Alright, I'll contact you once they've arrived. Well, we'll look forward to your call. Now we can keep patrolling the town while you wait. Well then, let's be on our way. It seems we've investigated the entire harbor area by now. We may need to postpone the request from the Foundation. We'll wait for the call before we decide that. Let's head to East Street for now. Once we head south from the harbor, the cityscape will change just like that. Change to what exactly? You'll see soon enough. I'll leave the guiding to you, Got it. Formerly the Heiwei Company building. That brings me back.
I can see a lot of fish here.
The start of that chapter was so epic.
There! I got one? I got a good one!
That was easy.
Check it out!
Crossbell East Street. I'm surprised we're just one block over, but the cityscape is so different. This is more of an Eastern style city. Crossbell is known for being a melting pot of different cultures. You don't see this in Erebonia, do you? Yes, this is truly the greatest trade city on the continent. Over there, is that the Bracer Guild building? So it is. The prestigious A-rank bracer, the Divine Blade of Wind, was affiliated with this branch. Unfortunately, I heard it's currently closed for the time being. The Crossbell branch of the Bracer Guild closed last fall. Yeah, I heard it was the Governor General's decision, though the building is still owned by the Guild and Bracer still stop by there. I see, they're treated differently from the Guild in the capital. Well, technically the Guild is an international organization. In that sense, there are political considerations behind their treatment. You sure know a lot. Alright, Intelligence Division. Well, yes, my apologies. I wonder what the registration person is doing. He talked funny, had dreads, and was a genuinely fun person. He sounds like quite a character. The Bracer Guild has quite a collection of characters. I can't deny that. Good old Michael. Oh, part 2 of the life of Tomatonio. Someone called out to Tomatonio as he stared at his own body in shock. It was a lazy tomato who had also survived the storm due to its small size. Ha, nobody will want to eat you like that now, the lazy tomato jeered. Despite this, Tomatonio was still confident about his body, from his brilliantly red color to his deliciousness. But at that moment, one last wind from the typhoon passed through the field, churning up dirt and dust. Tomatonio desperately clung onto his vine again, but this time, his efforts were in vain, for the vine holding him finally snapped. Carried by the wind, Tomatonio tumbled toward the forest. His brilliantly red body became scuffed and scratched and covered in dirt. It seemed to go on forever. He finally came to a stop and found himself in the middle of a vast forest. As Tomatonio sat there stunned, he heard footsteps nearby and glanced around for the sound. Found himself face to face with a powerful boar notorious for destroying crops. Huh? There's a delicious looking tomato on the ground here, the boar said, moving his salivating mouth closer. While Tomatonio wasn't exactly thrilled to be in the boar's presence, he was delighted at the boar's words, thinking that he'd be eaten. However, the boar instead seized the lazy tomato, who had also been blown away by the typhoon's last wind. The healthy-looking lazy tomato grinned with pride as it vanished inside the boar's mouth, but soon the boar cried gross and promptly spat what was left of the lazy tomato back out. I've never had a tomato taste this bad. The boar then glanced over at Tomatonio, and that one looks even worse. I know it isn't delicious. He left 2 tomatoes on the forest floor. Tomatonio was deeply hurt by the boar's words. Please don't judge me by my looks. I know I taste delicious. His pained voice faded into nothingness and was swallowed by the dark forest. Time passed and Tomatonio found his freshness quickly fading, but he was still determined. I'm not giving up. No matter where I am, I'm still proud of being a tomato. I'm going to be the most delicious tomato ever and bring happiness to whoever eats me. Tomatonio managed to cheer himself up with his own words, and using the last of his strength, cleaned up his wounds and tightened himself up. Suddenly, his mud-covered skin regained its radiant luster and reflected the dazzling color of sunset. After a short time, a black shadow appeared in the orange sky and descended in front of Tomatonio. The Tomatonio redemption arc. I can't wait for part 3. Okay.
That sign.
Oh, here we are. Long Lao Tavern and Inn. Shan. Oh my, you're so cute. Welcome to Long Lao. Daddy's cooking is the best in the world. One bite is enough to make anyone happy. Please have a taste for yourself. Not gonna lie, she's really pretty. Shan. Zhang Hui. There are 3 rules at this establishment. 1. Eat quietly. 2. Do as I say. 3. Keep your hands off Shan. Now place your order at the counter. Have you memorized the rules? Then go order at the counter. It's really hard for a Calvardian to get a visa here, so most of them went back. I was worried, but someone told me that if you talk to a certain somebody, you can get an extension, which is why I still live here. I can't go home until I learn all of my master's cooking skills. They covered up the secret pathway here. Is anyone else here? Shan. I'm going to Altair and Calvard. I need to make sure I'm full before I leave. Aren't we at odds with Calvard right now? I thought trade was prohibited. If you fill out some paperwork, though, they'll let you on through. It's like authorized smuggling. I can't believe that's allowed. But is that not similar to some of the practices in Crossbell? Ellie, you're not helping. Alright, let's see. I got the recipe, I got the salmon. Oh, over here. What the hell is this shop? It's got machine guns and bazookas? And next to those high quality explosives is an Arcus without a serial number. They even have random pieces of jewelry, instructor. Does this have any relation to Jingo's shop? It does, as it so happens. This is their main store. Is that woman the owner? That's probably Jingo's mother. Might be good to introduce ourselves. Ashley. 6 cases of 30 caliber AP over here. Is it ever a pain to take inventory in a warehouse this small? Wouldn't have been asked to set up shop if they weren't redeveloping the downtown district. Some customers? It's not often I see a celebrity in my shop. Working hard, Ashton Chevalier? You know who I am? You must know why we're here, huh? Yeah, I heard it from my daughter. You're all from Thor's branch campus. She promised you were good customers who wouldn't be shy about black market products. She doesn't dole out praise that good on the regular. It's usually only reserved for Jaeger cores. Is that information not especially sensitive? You admitted to negotiating with Jaegers. I knew you were a broker, but I didn't know you were a broker. How is this shop allowed to even be here? Almighty Idios. I suppose you just have to be born with common sense. My name is known throughout the industry as one who does business with militaries across the continent and with Jaeger Corps alike. They want something and I have it. It isn't hard for me to do as I please. Trade with the East from here is blocked on paper, but that won't stop me from going through a third country. I've heard some companies even thrive with their customers so in need. It's a bit unnerving how expansive the black market is. That's what happens when the government turns a blind eye. I'm curious about which companies she knows. Oh, you know what? Pretty sure I've heard the SSS mention these kind of places. Really? I mean, it was back when Crossbell was still a state. Ha, wanna buy something? I've heard you do good business with my daughter, so I'll cut you a fair deal. I'll cut you a deal. Jingo was telling me there are some real characters in Leaves. Like this one sucker who spends all his free time doing everything anyone asks him to do. Maybe you know him? I can feel her eyes boring into me. Oh, I know him. That's me! If she can make Instructor Reed sweat like that, she must really be something else. Let me see here. Wait, hang on. We're back at the central square. There are way more people here than earlier. Well, this is the heart of Crossbell City. It has everything from department stores to orbital stores to weapon shops. If we're gonna investigate the cryptid, we can upgrade our equipment here. And with so many people on the street, we might be able to listen to rumors and gather information. This isn't good. I understand they need it by noon, but that's not enough time. Kate! You know, what are you doing here? So the military school that came here from the Empire was, yes, Thor's Military's Academy branch campus, the school I transferred to. I see. I'm sure a lot's going on, but welcome home. Looks like Major Revell pulled a few strings for you. Yeah, she did. Let me introduce you. I see, so the Ashen Chevalier is your instructor. Nice to meet you. I'm Captain Kate from the Crossbell PD's Security Division. It's an honor to work for the famous hero. Thanks, but there's no need to be so formal. This is all part of our field exercises. I'm just an instructor, so please feel free to speak like you normally would. Is that so? Understood. Well, cutting to the chase, we need to ask you for a favor. It's going to be a bit involved. You have the time to help? Last night we received an order. The general government is currently prepping the paperwork to submit to the inspection team. Some of the papers were sent to the military police to fill out. More specifically, we need to check the sales and customer numbers of multiple stores in the city. We need to go around auditing places. I guess you could call it an administrative investigation. That doesn't really seem like something a security division should be handling though. But it is an important task, so we'll just have to make do. I would like to ask you to help with 3 stores. We just need to fill them. We just need them to fill out a quick questionnaire, so it shouldn't take too long. Gen 10, Business Owner Street, and the Ozel Star at the harbor. Oh, feels bad, man. I saw it earlier, but it's quite impressive. It's at least 5 arch tall. In the database, it's listed as the Bell of Crossbell. It said that it was created by an influential person in the Middle Ages. And that's what it's inspired the name Crossbell. And that's why it's a symbol of the city. You're right, very knowledgeable. I thought I heard that there are actually 3 bells. Crossbell's Bell. A huge bell found in Crossbell, autonomous province from the situation the Oh, I can just I can just do this. A huge bell unearthed in Crossbell State. It is also called the Great Bell of the Sun. Based on the ruins where it was excavated, it is believed to be from the Middle Ages, but no further details are known. Those damn bells causing trouble. Wait, that's not the story. Oh my god, he's gonna release a photo album? I'm gonna buy like 5. Oh my gosh. Can't wait. Are you like near washing machines? What's up here? Tornado. Epstein. Huh. Okay. Oh, there she is. Welcome home, Yuna. Wendy, long time no see. Yuna seems super excited. Does that mean... Yeah, I think she knows her. This is Wendy. I've known her since I was little. She's a really talented engineer. I've looked up to her for a long time. This is embarrassing. Anyway, welcome students of the branch campus. I already got a call from the Governor General's office. Did they call it field exercises? Look, I'm here to back you up. I can make adjustments to your Arcus, so let me know. That would be wonderful. Thank you. Oh, that's good to hear. Wendy, this is amazing. My name is Chaco, and I am a salesperson. Wendy has told me so much about you. Let me know if you need help with anything. Oh, that's right. I wanted to ask you two something. Yuna told them about the audit the security division requested. What did you say? An audit requested by the Governor General's office? Honestly, I don't know what I think about it. I'm sorry, but would you help us as best you can? Well, a lot of citizens of Crossbell work for the Governor General offices. Chaco, can you ask the owner for the sales data? Sure, coming right up. Here you go. The group received the business information. Thank you so much. Looks like this is all of the information. I didn't expect the sales and customer counts to be so high. It seems reasonable. It seems comparable to the RF store in Heimdall. Well, Crossbell is bustling with tourists from all over. Until early last year, the numbers had dropped, but they've been on the upswing since then. I think a large reason for that is an increase in visitors in from Erebonia. In addition to the just RF, we're also carrying products from the ZCF company. Many of the customers like the option of choosing from all 4. Huh? You still carry Vern Company Orbital products from Calvard? This is kinda hush-hush, but we sell them under a different brand name. The Vern Company can't afford to lose out on their sales from Crossbell. The Governor General's office is aware of this and has allowed it. I guess it all comes down to money. I see. Though tensions are high, you can't stop the economy. As long as the Transcontinental Railroad is still operational, it's an unavoidable circumstance. Thank you for the survey data. I'll send this over to Captain Kate. Oh yes, thank you. Good luck, Yuna.
Oofed! Check out the sexy nurse. You're
Oof.
well in there, hen.
Hey, don't say it like that. This is a proper medical intern's uniform.
Can't believe it's been over half a year since we last met, though.
Becky? That's her accent?
Don't think I'll ever forget Vivi bubbling away after you said you were transferring schools.
It seems like she's found a job that suits her well, though. Oh, by the way, did you hear? Right now in Crossbell,
That person looks familiar. Isn't that Vivi? We met her in St. Arc. You're right, she looks exactly like her, but... what a coincidence.
Huh. That a customer I spy?
I'm sorry. I've just been standing here talking and...
Long time no see, you two. Linda enrolled in a medical university, right? I didn't expect to find you here too, Becky.
Reen!
Sup, Becky? So both of you graduated from Thor's main campus? And you must be Vivi's older twin sister. Nice to meet you. Spit an image of one another, but also the pure opposite personality-wise. Cannot be it. This one it does not even realize she's a babe. Plus she's an easy target for teasing. Becky? It's surprising how many of your classmates aren't in the military instructor. That's nonsense, but I guess only about 40% of them end up in the military. Aye, but may not more starting next year. That appears to be the case, or so I heard from Vivi. I heard you left to start your own company, Becky, but I didn't know you were here in Crossbell. Well, yeah, can I find a place that's hot for all commerce than Crossbell is right now? This East Street here in particular is lined up with booths, and the people are dead nice too. So I asked Chairman Morse to let me work here. I see, being around all these booths sure is great. It makes sense. It makes me want to eat and walk around. Oh, you know it, girl. Everything's set up perfectly today. Just that. Reen, was there something important you all came here to do? That's right. Actually, Becky. Reen told them about the audit the security division requested. We were sudden, but I guess official works like always like that. Can I say, I get it though, so I'll go grab the chairman. This should do. The group received the business information. Thank you, let's take a look. Wow, it looks like your numbers are much better than last year. Yes, we've had less customers from Calvert, but tours from Erebonia have doubled, you see, and there have been more residents after they renovated the downtown district. The downtown district? That's nowhere... That's near where we are. There's a district like that in Heimdall, but was the one here renovated too? It's more like it was redeveloped. Well, there's more to it, but we don't need to concern ourselves with that for now. And again, if it's for the inspection team, the more information they have, the better it will be for the future of Crossbell. Please deliver it to them with care. Understood. Alright, Reen, best of luck to you! I pray you find success in your field studies. If only we can actually visit the slums of Crossbell. It'd probably still be there. I wouldn't doubt it. Hey Mei-Ling, listen up. I'm grateful that you're helping out with the shopping and all in my stead, but don't go anywhere dangerous and don't follow any strangers around, you hear me? Okays. The economy's so good, and now that pretty much every store is doing well, which means tons of work for me in the association. I cannot deny that some things don't really sit right with me, but I can't ignore them for now. Right now, I'm just gonna focus on helping the president out. Huh, okay. And then... oh yeah, harbor. Wait a second. Customers? Is it just the four of you? No, we're actually here to conduct an audit. Yuna told them about the audits the security division requested. You guys are handling that? I knew the governor's general office was going to have the security division audit us, but I didn't expect to see a bunch of Imperial students. Yeah, well, we've gotten involved because it is now part of our field exercises. I know it's a hassle, but will you please help us out? If that's the case, then okay. Bring the books, we should only need this year's and last year's. Gotcha, coming right up. Okay, these are the sales numbers and the estimated number of visitors from this year and last year. Oh, you know that big RF building in the business district? Well, even if you ignore them, a bunch of companies from all over the continent have opened up offices here. Daytime sales are up, but it's night sales that have really grown. So last year we decided to hire more employees. I see. I remember coming here a few times last year myself. That's right, I remember you. You came 3 times if I remember correctly. I'm glad to see that you have graduated. I believe I was on a different mission. So you've been to Crossbell before? Wait, aren't you that famous? You fool, he's still a customer. Don't go treating him any differently. As noodle artisans, our job is to feed our customers, that's it. Yes, sir. Well, thanks for your cooperation. I'll be sure to stop by for lunch at some point. So the previous police department and the military police aren't exactly the same. Yeah, Imperial Army personnel are now in charge, so of course there's been some changes. Anyway, that gets one of our mandatory requests out of the way. Let's continue our special operations missions. I forgot to buy something from in here. Ba 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 ba. Oh, thanks, sir.
Oh, it's just not the same.
Yuna?
I'm gonna save real quick. Now we can go visit Yuna's home. This is West Street. This is the last area Yuna recommended. There's nothing special about it, it's just a residential area. There's a really famous bakery here though. It's so good, it's even had a few articles written about it. Yeah, this smell means I'm home. This place is really good, so I recommend you all try it. So it's around here. You know, you don't need to hold back. We have some time, so you should go see your family. I see. So that's why you've been acting strange. So your home is somewhere around here? It's the apartment building to the left. I sent them a letter, so they should know I'm home. I guess I'll go check out the bakery. You all hungry? Let's go. I'll get some for everyone. Instructor, you're not coming? It would probably be best if you didn't intrude either. Damn it, this isn't like me. Can you guys come with me? I want to introduce you all to my family. Of course. Are you sure? You don't need to. Please, I insist. I may not like you, but you are my instructor. I would be going up against my upbringing if I didn't introduce you to my family. I see. In that case, we'll go with you. What is going on? I don't know, but perhaps I wasn't quite putting myself in her shoes. After going to a military school in an invader's country, she's coming back home.
Yuna?
Hi, Mom. I stopped by to visit.
Oh my stars! It really is you, Yuna!
Mama Crawford. But my word, you threw me for a bit of a loop there. I figured you'd be coming today, but I didn't expect you so early. Sorry, I didn't know when I would have time to stop by. I'm glad to see you're doing well. You too, dear. Seems like you've lost some weight since I last saw you. But listen to me ramble on. Welcome home, Yuna. Glad to be back. And you must be her classmates, and...
Was that Yuna?
I heard Yuna! Yuna!
Whoa!
Oh,
These are...
the little Crawfords.
Ken, Nana, come on! Don't jump on me like that!
Yay! Yuna's back! Yuna! It's really Yuna! She's back!
Sheesh, you two are so needy. It's good to see you both again.
Welcome back! Yeah, welcome!
Well, don't just stand out there. Come on in. I'll brew a pot of my best tea and roll out some snacks for you all. It's nice to meet you. I'm Reen Schwarzer. I'm the homeroom instructor for Yuna's class, Class 7. Now I understand why she never wrote anything about you in her letters, no matter how much I asked. Well, I'm glad I was able to meet you like this. Kurt, Altina, I hope Yuna's not making too much trouble for you two. No, not at all. Honestly, I probably caused more trouble for her, but I do help her with her notes sometimes. Ellie, I'm glad I was able to meet your family. Since we're here for field exercises, we can't stay for too long, unfortunately. If only you could stay until my husband got back. He works in Michelin, so he's always always late coming home. The place with the theme park, correct? Does he work in the park? He works in the planning department for one of the resort hotels. I guess I should have figured I wouldn't be able to see him today. You might be able to get permission to come visit on the last day. It'll be up to the chief instructor, Michael, but I can ask him about it for you. Which one is your boyfriend? Eh? It's a black-haired one, right? But I think it's Mr. Pretty. Mr. Pretty. Shut up, you two. It's neither of them. Mr. Pretty. It certainly is lively here. This is what it's like every day around here. This is a family. After taking a short break at the Crawford residence, Class 7 will resume their special operations missions. If you'll excuse us. Thank you for the hospitality. The tea and snacks were excellent. I'm so glad to hear you like them. Drop by anytime, okay? Good luck with everything, you know? Yeah, got it. What, you're leaving already? Boring. Next time you're back, tell us more stories about that one guy. Come on now. That one guy? You guys don't know him? He's from the Empire, just like you. He's strong and super cool. Yeah, he saved us that one time. I'll tell you another story next time I'm back. I'll even have some souvenirs, so just be good till then, okay? For reals? I'm so excited. Back to business. Is this Reen? My name is Addison. I'm the receptionist for the RF building. The boss just arrived at the office. I was asked to pass along the following message. When it's convenient for you, let's meet at the entrance of the first floor. Instructor, was that... Yeah, I think we can get to work on the Epstein Foundation's request. We have other requests, but I'll let you guys decide what you want to do. Oh, I remember this quest. I couldn't do this quest because I didn't get enough recipes. I better explain to the others first. This bakery changes its menu every month. Oscar and I compete every month and we sell whichever bread tastes better. But Oscar has gotten so good, his bread always seems to win. I've got to beat him somehow. So you want to make the best bread ever. Okay, now I gotta make all of this. I need to buy some ingredients. I passed my exam, thank you very much.
Got this in the bag. It turned out great. Have a taste.
I hope it turns out well.
Now we're cooking. This is my favorite.
Let's do this. This one's pretty.
Allow me to prepare something.
I'm proud.
Now, let's begin. Oh. Now, let's begin. A worthy meet.
Croquet vendor.
Initiate cooking mode. Please.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anyway, thank you for the dishes. Yeah, I got you some more. The golden rainbow. Perfect. Now we can go back to the Epstein Foundation, or not Epstein Foundation, RF building. Oh wait, let me go back to camp real quick and turn that quest in before I forget. Or can I? Dang it, I can't, never mind. We've been waiting for you. The chief of the foundation should be with you shortly. Tio!
Huh?
Hmm? Who's that?
Nani?
Tio, you came back!
Yup, just for you, Yuna. But you'd gone and left me behind.
Just for you, know.
Just kidding. It's good to see you again. Glad you're doing well.
Wait, so... Tio, are you the new chief?
Yup, sure am.
You know her?
Instructor Reem. Is she...
Yeah, I remember seeing her in the report.
You're Class 7 of Thor's branch campus, correct? I'm Tio Plato, Development Chief of the Epstein Foundation's Crossbell branch. Nice to meet you.
Now I see. So you were part of that SSS group we were talking about earlier. No wonder Yuna knew you.
Yep, though I'm here now on behalf of the Foundation, not the police. I went back to the HQ in Le Mans for a while, but...
Oh, Le Mans.
I got promoted to Development Chief of the Crossbell branch here just this spring.
I see. So that's what brought you back.
I should have checked the database.
You seem especially young to be a development chief, though. In fact, you seem even younger than us.
Nail on the head. I'm 16, a year younger than Yuna. So it feels kind of weird when she treats me like I'm some living legend.
There's no way I can treat you like you're just some normal teenager. I mean, you're part of the SSS. Tio is seriously amazing, you guys.
Sugoi desu.
Not only was she in charge of information management at the SSS, she's a prodigy at working the Orbital Network. And she loves Mishi more than anything.
Yuna.
Sorry. I lost myself for a second there.
I've heard a lot about the SSS from Randy. It's good to finally put a face to the name, Miss Plato.
Likewise. No need to be so proper, though. I've heard all sorts of things about you, too. From a number of different sources. The Divine Knight. And that black puppet of yours interests me as well.
Information regarding Clam Soleus is classified, so I can't tell you anything about it. But from what you have said so far, are you admitting to being involved in the incidents from a year and a half ago?
Top secret, hmm? What a shame.
I'm noticing some similarities between these two. I thought that too at first. But the difference is that Tio can make jokes. I'm sure both sides have a lot of questions, but before anything else, can you fill us in about the request? Good point. Please have a look at this. This is it the Geofront? Geofront. The network of maintenance tunnels that run underneath Crossbell City. It's been expanded so many times it's gotten pretty huge and unwieldy. For the past few days, the control terminal in a second section has been malfunctioning due to a bug. For real? A terminal for the Orbital Network? Yes, this one bug has been creating smaller glitches all over the network. It's been causing issues for a number of public services and the stock market. We could have fixed that already, if not for all the monsters down there. Since the Imperial Army's too busy, we asked the Governor General. Is it because they're all tied up with the security for the inspection team? Most likely. There are monsters down there though, right? Alright, understood. So our job is to clear out the monsters and fix the terminal? Now, repairing the terminal requires highly technical knowledge, but I'll be going with you, so please clear the way for me. Oh, hell yeah. This is the entrance to the Geofront's F sector, where the terminal in question is. It's just behind the A sector. The entrance should be here. There are many places like this around town. The F sector? I only saw A through E listed in the reports. How big is it? This shouldn't take too long. It's not as big as the sector you two entered earlier. I see, so when you and Lloyd went at it, I'll leave that up to your imagination. What should we do? Do we head in immediately? Well, when you put it like that, maybe we should prepare first. I'll be waiting here, so go ahead.